Hello, everyone. Excuse me, I'm trying to figure out again here how technology is working, as I am for the first time going to broadcast simultaneously on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm super excited and super honored. So please bear with me for a short moment. Yeah, it is happening. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. Yes, beautiful. I'm gonna give few moments for some of you to come and join me here. And for Teresa, blessing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm super excited, and your support and love is so appreciated. Yes, so please do those hearts and things so the algorithm will get the fact that you're listening and will allow this teaching to be shared. Wow, so many beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being part. So I'm going to share a little bit what am I planning to do during this half an hour. Hopefully we will stay for half an hour here. And hello, Amir, blessing. Beautiful. So here are my intention. First, we're going to do a beautiful blessing for each and every one of us and for this day and for this event. And then afterwards, I will be elaborating and exposing a little bit more about light language, especially about the 7 chakra grids. And I would like also to give you an activation, a color activation. So we will be working energetically on our energy field and our aura, and we will be bringing in the appropriate lights to the appropriate places. So that would be more or less in the middle, and afterwards I will have a time for a Q&A. So please, I've already have like about 20 questions that were sent here, and if you have your questions, please feel comfortable to write it on the chat. Hello, Hen beloved, and I hope that I will be able easily to grasp that and answer it for the sake of our awareness and evolution. So let's start by taking a beautiful, loving deep breath. Yeah, we are creating with our attention a perfect containment field, a high-level containment field which is containing each and every one of us who is participating in this virtual space now, a sacred space for us, as this is a live transmission. We call into this space our spirit guides, the angels and the archangels. We call upon the colors and the shapes, the sacred geometry and the pure frequencies of light. We call upon the Curanderos lineage and the pure divine light. And I consecrate and dedicate the fruits of these teachings, of this transmission and this activation that will be integrated to the divine consciousness, which is perceived as the essence of our being. And from this beautiful place of peace and ease, I'd like to invite you to be open and available and just open your third eye, open your crown, open your bodies, and let's dive into some exploration of light language. So I'd like to share, because this is the first time for many of you here, I'd like to share quickly that I am gracefully, wholeheartedly playing with light language for more than 15 years, consciously. And I'm saying consciously because I do know that everyone is using light language. Everything that is being created in the world that we are living, every manifested thing is dressed in a color and in a shape. And therefore, everything that you have created and manifested in your life, you have used light language for that. I would even dare, let's say, I would even challenge you with saying that the fact that you yourself alive is with the gift of light language, of sacred geometry and color. Everything that is being rendered in our perception through our senses and subtle senses is always translated, that finally it will come and appear as something that carrying a certain color and a certain shape. So shapes are based on the very basic sacred geometry. So those are as rendering pieces of content from the elevated heavens, from the unseen and unknown world, and carrying those essences, especially of the 5 elements and of course beyond, into the matter. And please breathe, as I do know that some of the things that I might say here will be a little bit, there is a chance that it will be a little bit heavy for your mind to render. So although you might not clearly and fast grasp what I'm saying, simply when you feel that, take a deep breath. And I cannot avoid saying hello to Stav, which I love very much, and I'm so happy to see her, and I haven't seen her for so many years now. Kisses and hugs. So back again, the fact that everything that you experience is with a shape and with a color is also for you to understand that everything that you create in your inner realm that finally will manifest, you also create that by tuning in with awareness or without, consciously or unconsciously, to the frequencies of the colors and to the wisdom of the sacred geometry. So every thought, every feeling, every sensation, every idea, every wish or will or eagerness or desire, everything that arouses within you, first appear in frequencies. Afterwards, gradually, as it is magnetized and as it is rendered in your system, it gets more and more and more dense, and finally also appears as a tangible thing. So when finally something manifests in your life, whether it is a project that you're working on or an intimate relationship that you're involved in or at, it will carry the vibrational input of your thoughts, of your emotions, of your spiritual body, of your lifetime memories. All will be rendered and translate and finally will appear as a shape with colors. Also, it doesn't matter if it is an object or if it is a living experience of inner relationship, of love connection, all will carry that. So when I'm finally, for example, looking on a pen or picking up a certain shirt to wear, I will, I will, I will connect again with awareness or without. I will connect to the sum of the energetic constellations that I'm carrying within me as consciousness, as a living experience. And please breathe. So we know that, yes, that we all are a walking rainbow. There's a pure divine light that is dwelling and coming in from above and then spreading within us in all life area, but also in our energy field as a rainbow. And those who are able to see auras, or those who are able to sense the energy field, or just to be part of life in a sensitive way, we can really feel easily that the things that are more dense and the things that are more intense, those usually are are more red, more brown, even more black. You know, we have those heavy colors. And as we are gazing up in again in our inner realm, or we are gazing up, looking at the landscape and what there is around us, we're gradually moving into more subtle and more delicate frequencies. Then we see the green, we see the blue, we see, we can say even the pearlescent sky of sunset and sunrise, the dark blue of the night, etc., etc. Yes, and please breathe. So we always use light language. This is for the colors, and we do that also with shapes. It's easy to say, and we can again, we will look and say, oh, this is having a certain type of a cylinder, or I have my crystal heart, or we have a heart shape, something which is more rounded. And yeah, so this is how it is when it becomes tangible. But within us, before coming into the material realm, it already had some form. It will carry something that it's more, we can feel when something is more round and more fluid, and we can feel also when something is more rigid and dense. It is easy for our mental system to divide the two parts of something which is more symmetrical and cubical, we can even say, to something, thank you for all the hearts and love, to something which is more round. Yes, it's easy for us. As the geometrical shape become more and more complex, our mind is not so easy with defining what is it and how does it how to name it. Yet here we tap to the wisdom of the curanderos, the Mexican shaman, who had the ability to decode, would be the most appropriate word for me to use, to decode the different essences and to really say, okay, this is what named afterwards a dodecahedron or a tetrahedron, etc., etc., and way more complex shapes as well. So what the curanderos lineage have done, they were really decoding everything, all the meaning of all the colors and all the shapes, and more than that, they defined the geometrical structure that leads to manifestation. And take a deep breath. So people were asking me, How light language ליאורה, kisses, חיבוקים, נשיקות, מתוקה. So people were asking me how light language is working, how light language is functioning. I can do a whole class about that. I can do a whole teaching about that. I'd like to point something which is on the essence of it, like the very, very basic thing. It is anchored in the wisdom of resonance. This what moves it from being something unconscious to being something conscious that you're doing. Because we already covered the fact that unconsciously, you, I, everyone is using light language. You are emanating shapes and colors all day long without awareness or attention to what you're doing. You're doing it from your patterns, from your behavioral patterns. You're not thinking about it. When you start doing it consciously, what you're doing is that you are choosing the specific combination of color and shape with the resonance that it brings in a certain defined, already well defined energetic structure. While doing it, this is what we call light language grid, and in the last week I was sharing with you different types of grid. I'm going to stay focused on a 7-shape grid. This is the 7-shape grid of truth, for example. Yeah. So this grid, this is a constellation of energy that is emanated into your energy field. Emanated, you can emanate that to yourself. This is your conscious choice. You compose a certain attention and with attention and intention, and you compose it in a specific way that you will be, those of you who are learning it and working with it, this is how you're doing. And when that is entering, we can say that is entering your energy field, because it is based on sacred geometry and pure vibrational colors, and because it is carrying a certain composition, what is happening is your energy fields start to relate to it. Like someone is playing a certain guitar, he's playing a tune, and everything in the space start to tune itself to that note that was played, right? So this is the same with the colors and the shape. And soon we're going to go through a little experience in activation that you will feel how you are being adjusted by me with intention emanating that to you. So you write your grids of consciousness, you write it with attention and with intention, and it is being emanated to your energy field. There, at that moment, everything that is not in resonance with that was being created start to rise up to the surface for you to see and clear it out of your system. Now, take a deep breath. Many times we think that for clearing it out from our system, we need to do some work and we need to do some energetic massage. But the fact that you have injected clear intention, composed clear intention in a very well defined geometry, this by itself starts to bring the things that blocked you up to the surface. And then it is your work to let it go. And let it go doesn't mean that you need to carry it and now start to deal with it and so on. The fact that it is rising up, it means that it is liberated, it is going out of your energy field, and allowing it to be liberated is just not making a fast out of it and not being entangled to go into the drama that it might suggest. And please take a deep breath. So this is as simple and as powerful as that. There are different types of energetic constellation. The very basic one is a 7-shaped grid. So I'm going to pick one just for us now. And we got growth, which was also one of the grids that I was sharing. Yeah. And you can see that in a very basic 7-shaped grid, it's like you are composing 7 shapes in the 7 colors. And now, believe me, I was an architect before starting playing with light language. And, you know, it was a little bit hilarious to draw colors and feel that my life can transform because I draw colors and define some, geometries. Although within me, inside of me, because also I was an architect, I really could understand the force of the geometries. And I remember as an architect that I was so frustrated that we learned geometry in a very, very superficial way. And when I learned light language and I could connect to the soul of each geometrical shape, I was so relieved and so enchanted, and I really felt like I've arrived home. So in the first level of light language, we are, I would say, although I'm doing it 15 years, every time I do it, it feels like the first time and I'm being initiated again. We're being initiated to the frequencies of the 7 colors, the 7 basic colors, and we are also being initiated to the energetic sense or essence, we can say, of 7 basic shapes. Now, those are basic and still super, super powerful. I remember when I was initiated to light language, thank you for all the hearts and your love and support. I remember when I was initiated for the first time to light language, to level 1 of light language. First thing that I keep on sharing again and again is that I felt that God practically put me on his lap and said, hey, I've seen what you've done in the last years and you've done a great job, and I'm going to share with you the way I work. I'm going to share with you the way I create reality, the way I manifested this world. And listen, I'm still having a shivery again and again every time that I'm sharing that. And in the first level of light language, when I was initiated, I wrote to myself after knowing the codes of all the colors and the codes of all the shapes. I could compose my own grid, my own structure. And 7-shape grid, it's like an energetic structure. It's like an underwear, you decide what you're going to do with each of your chakras and how you're going to use the energy and define the energy that is passing, thank you, that is passing in all of those chakras. And there were 2 things that were so simple, and honestly they have changed my life. I feel that these are the 2 things that really, really changed my life. The first one is that I put on my crown a white cylinder. I put on my crown a white cylinder intentionally in a 7-shape grid, because it's not just like doing it. You need to learn how to do it. And I was not that aware of my spiritual abilities, of the gifts of my high sensitivity. I was a super sensitive person. I was sensing a lot and feeling a lot. But what I was more dealing with is an unstable emotional body that didn't know what to do with all the amount of light and information that was rendered into me in almost any encounter that I had, and almost any situation that I needed to deal with. And placing this white cylinder on my crown was aligning me once and for all, I can even say, once and for all, because there was no return after that to whomever I was before. There was no return. The old one that was there completely died. Honestly, completely died. There was such a pure and powerful alignment that happened with my spiritual path, with my spiritual essence, with accepting that I am sensitive, with accepting that what I'm having is something spiritual, something energetical. I was in another realm. I had no place for that type of things in my life until the moment of learning the essences of geometry and the essences of colors. And the second thing that was in my first 7-shape grid, inner lighthouse, Teresa, completely right. Yes. Yeah, so the second thing that I was putting in my 7-shape grid, which I remember until now, is that I use on my throat a megaphone. And I remember the moment in the class when I said to myself, no, what I'm going to use is that I'm going to use a focus cone, because I felt that I'm screaming all the time. And I felt that I'm speaking too much. And I remember saying that to the one who initiated me. And she said, oh my God, you have no idea how silent you are, and you have no idea how much you are closing your throat. Putting a focus was my pattern, was not my medicine. And I put a megaphone. I decided to pick up something which has another quality. And pam, 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 I started to speak up. That was the turning point on really liberating myself and bringing my light out, my wisdom out, my power out, my truth out, standing for what I believe, expressing what I believe, because I kept on hiding my voice and actually hiding myself, assuming that I'm too loud. Yeah, as you can see. You push the play button and I don't stop. But before, I was hiding myself completely. What do you say? Yeah, yes. Breathe, thank you. So, people, there was a little bit about light language and a little bit about level 1 of light language. You pick up the colors. I know a story about someone that had issues with getting pregnant. She put the appropriate color and the appropriate shape in her second chakra and got pregnant pretty quickly. I know people who had issues with healing traumas that they were carrying, loss that they were carrying in their heart for years. Just putting the appropriate color in the appropriate place with the appropriate shape allow them to, although they have done a lot of work on themselves, allow them to complete the healing that they needed. I know other stories about people who had an immense, beautiful, beautiful heart. They were giving everything to whomever asked. You know, they could have given their own money. They had no money to pay their bills. They were amazing healers and super limited in their way that they managed their own energy. And just by replacing the grids of light that they are carrying, their life changed. without any, without the need to start learning how to say no, how to say. Hen is saying true and powerful. Thank you, Hen. Also inspired by you. Yeah, so this is about level 1 of light language, and probably I will do another Instagram and live or how you call it now, TV or something about other aspects of light language, and we can go deeper in that. But for now, what I would like to gift you with in the following 10 minutes, although we are passing time, but in the following 10 minutes, maybe let's see how long it will take. I'd like to invite you, whether you are in your home or in your sacred space, I'd like to invite you to feel how your energy field is being filled with light and colors, and how does it feel for you. So if you are now working on something and you have, like you're listening or doing something else, you are welcome to choose how deep you'd like to do that. Either take a break and do that together with me, or if you would like, continue with your, let's say, with your issues, with your stuff, but give an order to your light bodies to integrate and follow through what I'm emanating. So take another deep breath and click the clicker and give yourself the order to move into the most elevated sacred space that you're able. And I'd like you, in your etheric vision, to see that you are standing barefoot on grass. It might be a green grass, it might be a light grass, it might be a luminous grass. And I'd like you to start moving and stepping forward very gently with your feet. And you will notice that you are now gradually entering a luminous lake. And you can feel how your hands are touching the surface of the water, while your body is being nourished from this wise water. And there will be a moment that you will completely dive in the water and wash yourself, and then in the next breath comes out and find yourself underneath a rainbow waterfall. So it's like you are standing now and washing yourself in light. Take a deep breath as this waterfall is washing away from you any residues and leftover of charge, of emotional charge that is able and ready to be clear and be taken and removed from your energy field, and really feel as you're like, you're like in an amazing forest, heaven forest, where everything is luminous and sparkling, and the water is fountain of light in all the colors, and everything is being washed away from you so gracefully, so easily, so peacefully. You are cleaned and clear and cleaned and clear. Any complex thinking and thoughts, any complexities that you're carrying, address the water into that place and let that be washed away from you. And take a deep breath in there. When you're doing it, there's no inside or outside. It's like your entire system is being washed. Your entire system, no inside, outside, in the body, outside of the body, thought, emotions, everything is collapsing completely, washed away into this lake, luminous lake that your feet are now there. And with the next breath, the water that are falling are luminous red, and it is filling you up completely, head to toe, washing and gradually vivid, luminous light, red light is filling you up all the area of your legs, your feet, your hips, everything, and you can see as it is alive and vibrating. And please breathe and take another deep breath, and then let the color transform into orange, which brings the energy of creativity and sensuality and sexuality and relationship and co-creation, and you let that fills up all the area of your sexual organs. Yeah, everything like really luminous flowing water. Yeah, heavenly, heavenly filling you up. And there is no clear notion where the red is ending. It is really transforming into the orange. And you take a deep breath and the colors transform into yellow, and yellow lights is coming in from this fountain and washing you completely, filling you up completely, all your area, all your abdominal muscles, the area of your stomach, yeah, your organs, your digestive system is being filled, you're being covered, and all around it, this is the most important thing, all around it is being filled in this luminous yellow, bright yellow, sunny yellow, clear, clear yellow. Take a deep breath, and it could be that there will be some motion in your energy field or in your body. Allow that to happen as you are welcoming this yellow and letting it fill you up. Breathe as the water are coming still in, and you can already feel the difference between the lower part of your body that is vivid and juicy, and the rest of the upper part of your body that is ready to drink the pure frequencies of light through which reality is being created with, and you are calling upon the green. Take a deep breath. There's endless shades of green that are falling to you, within you. Endless shades of green. Take a deep breath, let that come, and let that fill all the area of the chest, all the area of your heart, everything in your environment, everything that surrounds you is with luminous, pure, delicious, loving green. And you breathe that, and you welcome that into your chest, you welcome that into your heart. You let that green heals you, you let that green feed you and nourish you, and let it be fully integrated and really become become one with the rest of the colors that are already within you, the orange, the red, the orange, the yellow, and now the green. And please breathe. And now let the blue comes in. And then again, there's infinite shades of blue that are coming in and they're dropping into your energy field and filling it. Fills all of you. It fills all of you completely and fills your throat, your shoulders. I would even say parts of your hands, your ears. Let this rainbow of blue comes in and fill you in a luminous, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way. And you're still underneath the waterfall. You're still underneath the waterfall. You're still super enjoying that. And gradually, the blue are getting darker and darker, and it's transforming into this beautiful, majestic purple, wise, beautiful purple. And please breathe. Yeah, there's so much wisdom, and you can feel how the frequency is so elated. I cannot even say that there are water, although we're speaking about something very etheric. It's just that like there's a field of purple that is all around you, beautiful, in a beautiful way, nourishing you. And please take a deep breath. Let the purple fill up all the rest of the zone equivalent to your physical body and gradually transform into pure, lucid, beautiful, beautiful, white, transparent, luminous white. And let that white fill up and seal your energy field. And you might feel that you are completely free from the, let's say, natural zone that you entered into, as you are now in a state and in a place where all the colors are alive and vivid in your energy field. And take a deep breath, and just for sealing this beautiful activation, draw some drops of white and golden light all around you. Add those sparks of golden light and let it be integrated fully. Take a deep breath. Feel and scan your energy field. See how much light is coming from you. Feel how much you are more clear, more loving, more powerful. And please breathe. And beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for doing that with me. I would love to hear your feedback, how you feel. So you're welcome to share and write any comment. And I'm going to take some moments um, for answering any question, if there's any questions here. Oh, beloved, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that as well. Okay, so Sarita, thank you. Elaine, Teresa, so beautiful. Thank you. To know how to see. Oh, now I see. Now I see how to see on Facebook. Oh, beautiful people. Thank you so much. Thank you, Master. Feeling bright. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'd like to open for a short moment. Wow, so many people. I hadn't seen that you're here. Blissful. Love you. Feel very light in the crown. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Zafir. Also good to see you. You felt bright. Good. I'd like to know, I'm looking at myself and I can really see how there's way more light and grace that is being emanated from my energy field. And I'm so grateful for you giving me this experience in the middle of the day to do that in your presence. I'd like to know if there's any questions that anyone would like to bring forth before I'm completing that. Oh, habit, feel refreshed. So beautiful. So for those of you who are interested, I would love you to know that I will be teaching light language. I will be giving the online initiation for light language level 1 on the 4th until the 6th December 2018. I will place the link on Facebook. I will place the link where you can register, and on Insta you can go to my page, to my profile. Check the link in the bio. There will be a place for registration. If you'd like to have more information about light language and light language initiation, feel free to DM me or send me an email. I will relate to that, either me or someone from my team. And please note that we have early birds prize, which will end tomorrow, the 14th. So if you are interested to take advantage of this early birds prize, please, um, please let me, please let me know, or just go ahead and register. I want to just pick maybe one question from all that. There was a beautiful question from Amir. I don't know if Amir is still online or not. I have seen him. Oh, okay. There's someone here asking, did this waterfall practice wash the 7-shape grid I already have? Should I do another grid? So for this question, please understand intention is the most important thing. This would be a beautiful, this waterfall practice is a beautiful way to wash your 7-shape grid. This is what I'm doing to wash my 7-shape grid. But if you didn't had that as an intention, I'm not sure it washed your grid. Yet, if you feel that it is time for you, and maybe this is the reason that this question arose, if it is time for you to create a new 7-shape grid, you might like to go ahead and do that. And yes, Nicole, so beautiful. Nicole, so Amir was asking, what is the connection between light language and love? From where the energy of love comes forth? And I have seen so many questions, but this is one of the questions that really touch my heart. And of course, because Amir is also so lovely and so into the energy of love. So what I would like you to know is that for anything to manifest it in the material realm, it first need to create a certain polarity. The polarity which we are embracing as yin and yang, positive and negative, north and south, etc., etc., this is the foundation of love, the fact that polarity exists. Therefore, love, I would call it as something which is a pre-geometrical in its essence, and also in light language, for bringing the essence of love, what we are using is 7-shape grid. I don't know if I can find it here. What we are using is 7-shape grid of circles, only spheres. Only spheres. I'm going to put the grid of love in the next few hours on my story in Instagram. Only sphere. This is what it is, love. Everything is open before geometry, before anything that comes to life. Love exists. Light, I would say, is the masculine energy of force of this co-creation. And I would call love as the feminine energy. I hope that covers a little bit of what you were asking for. Please, 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 as I'm coming to completion of this wonderful experience for me, 15 minutes, although I say 30, but we all know that I'm just need to give those things that are like coming in my heart and throat. I would love you to DM me or send me a message and share with me everything and anything that you felt and that you would like to share. I would love to see you in light language initiation. For those of you who are yearning, craving, writing for years to learn with me something online, here is a beautiful opportunity. So go ahead, take advantage and join this class. Love you, everyone. I wish you a wonderful afternoon. Oh, Sarah, feeling full of love. So good. Sending you blessing, sending you light, joy, and love you. Cannot stop that, but time to end. Bye bye. Welcome, welcome. Love you.